What's up, guys? Happy mid-February. Happy days
Happy
indeed.
day to you.
Hell yeah. All right.
Boy, have we got an episode for you guys today.
Yeah, so today's episode is interesting. If you saw the title, we're going to be talking about happiness, and that's it. Just general happiness.
Yay.
That's it.
Today we're going to be putting some smiles on faces.
Exactly.
We're going to have a good time. Yeah. I've got my cosmic grinder. I'm ready to have a good day.
Alrighty. So in terms of happiness, you know what? Let's start simple. What does happiness mean to you?
I'm going to let you take the reins on this episode, Jake. I'm kind of just going to say I'm in a goofy mood today. I'm not going to lie.
You're a goofy boy? Okay, bet.
Yeah, I'm feeling shifty today.
Sure. All right. So let's start easy, I guess. Happiness.
Start easy.
Yeah. Happiness. So to me, happiness is, if I were to describe it in simple terms, the feeling of satisfaction and content.
That's actually such a weird question. How would you define happiness?
Like, I guess because you have true, like people say like true happiness, you have temporary happiness, you have like
my brother, I think, I was talking to him about God, and he gave a really good definition for happiness.
Yeah.
It was a feeling of safety, fulfillment, and peace.
Safety, fulfillment. I like that.
I would add beauty to that. Safety, fulfillment, peace, and beauty.
Safety, fulfillment, peace, and beauty.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
Say
those would be my key defining factors.
Although, wait, hold on. But beauty is
based off of anything. That would be just off the dome.
That is true. I like that. But
like I said, my brother was talking to me about that.
One thing I would say about that is that I get beauty. Like when you say beauty, does he mean like looks or your like just your overall self-image?
Well, I would say that if you can't see the beauty of the world that you're living in, you're not going to be happy.
I like that.
That's what makes it a determining factor of happiness is beauty is because beauty is there whether you like it or not. It's just you may not be the happiest you could be if you can't see it. And that's why I think that happiness is such an important thing, is because happiness breeds goodness and positivity. So while I would not be like confirmed on the fact that happiness is the goal, the end goal, I would say that it is definitely a means to that goal, if not the goal itself. I'm just not very confirmed on the fact that like we're here to be happy.
We're here to, this is about to be a bit heavy, but in my opinion, I think humans are here to reproduce.
To just strictly reproduce?
To procreate.
So you really, and I'm going to test your logic here. I'm going to push you. You really think that is the reason?
Not the sole reason, but a very principal reason.
So then what would be the sole reason? I think that's what the question would be more.
I don't know.
Because we're here to reproduce, but why would we want another human to have another life?
To keep the population. Okay, there's multiple answers actually. One would be, the easy answer would be to keep the population. It'd be to keep the population going, make sure our legacy is in stone, to preserve history, keep from going. I mean, we'll eventually go extinct, but to prolong that effect. But
is that why the first human was here? Is simply to make another one? Like, why was let's say
to make more.
Let's say that there was a reason to why we are here, and there was a purposeful action that created the first human or the first living being, if we're talking evolutionary. And so there was an action that creates the first living being. Eventually it leads to man, and there's a purpose for this. And that purpose is to create more of these living things. Why?
Why? Okay, that's why. Okay, see, yeah, that wasn't part of my question. I'm not answering why. I'm answering
I would
what.
say that's a little bit of a tangent, yeah.
I'm answering what, not why.
So you're talking more of the means rather than the goal?
Yes.
The means of our purpose? Well, I would say that we would not need a brain in order for that. We would never have reached the level of intellect, and that due to that, I would argue that shows us that our purpose as well is to understand or to experience?
So why do we have the natural urge to procreate?
So that there are more to experience and learn.
Well, yeah,
So
to
that
make,
when
yeah,
I am here,
to make, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. We're
when
here to
I'm
make
here
more of
and
us.
I can't live or experience anymore. I want there to be something that I have created to live or experience this thing here that I have worked on.
Yeah. So yeah, to make more of us. You see the guy walking back there. But yeah, to make more of us.
Shout out the homie in the back.
That's what I'm trying. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. You are right. I agree with you there. We are here to make more of us. Why we are here, that's a different discussion. But that's what we are here to do. Not why, but that's what. Why is a whole nother discussion. But we're here to make more of us. And why
is because we're all one person.
So we want to make. So we're cloning ourselves. we're creating artificial.
I will die on that pedestal.
Yeah, you will indeed. All right. Anyways, that was a bit of a tangent. So let's get into the subject.
By the way, really quickly, I'm just gonna drop this because I have more support for my Mary Magdalene theory.
What's your theory?
Jesus,
that she exists or what?
About Jesus marrying Mary Magdalene.
Well, yeah, isn't that like true?
Well, it's
or not true, but like, isn't that the consensus?
No.
Oh, the Bible says no.
Well, I mean, it's up to interpretation, but
well,
no,
yeah.
I mean,
they didn't. They painted her as in the Bible. They painted her as a prostitute, right?
Well, the verdict, Mary aside, is that Jesus never married.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think he did marry.
Just listen. And then from there, the theory is that there's two theories. Basically, the first theory is that Jesus got married, and the second theory is that Jesus got married to Mary Magdalene. Does that make sense?
Yes. Sorry, Chad, just gotta fix the lighting a little bit.
Damn, he thick. That's a thick ass boy. Damn. Jake, you want to do a little 360 for us? Do your little dance. Do your little dancey dance. Oh, you couldn't hear me? I was screaming. I was going, damn.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Bro, these chef pants make everyone's ass like 3 times bigger. It's insane.
That is hilarious.
Anyways.
100%. What were we talking about?
I was about to segue into, because we went off on a little tangent. I'm gonna segue into the subject at hand.
You didn't let me finish my point.
Oh, finish your point.
I remember now. Because there's two ideas. There's that Jesus got married, and then that Jesus got married to Mary Magdalene. The Bible says neither of them are true.
Can you turn your mic volume up?
Mic volume up?
Yeah. You're a little quiet. The recording software is registering your volume is pretty low.
I think you'll have to just turn down your volume. I remember that from watching back our past videos. I think you should turn down your volume.
I'll turn down mine's at half now, and yours is at full.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I remember.
Wait, hold on.
That when I was...
Speak so I can line up the sound waves.
I am totally not going to harm a large group of individuals.
Yep, that works. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even. I just realized what you said.
In GTA 6.
Yeah, but Chad, is that good? The volume works. All right, cool.
Stop fucking interrupting me, though. That was good, though. That was good. We needed to do that. But I gotta finish this point so we can move on. So Jesus didn't get married. That's the common conception, is that Jesus did not get married. And my egg theory aligns with the Mary Magdalene theory that there is a mother and a father, a holy masculine, a holy feminine. And Kanye, in his new album, in one of his songs, I forget the name of the song, he says, even Jesus didn't marry a virgin. In the song. And I was like, oh, Kanye, I didn't know you felt the same way. I didn't know we were on the same page like that.
No, you were nah, bro was like
I was like, oh, because like that's not like ball drop information, but it's just more and more and more.
It's
You've
more
seen so many
illusions.
celebrities talk about this, how we're all one, and that has nothing to do with Jesus marrying somebody who's not a virgin, because he meant it more in like everyone makes mistakes. Even Jesus didn't marry a virgin. But where did that come from? What thought? Why do you think that Jesus didn't marry a virgin?
Exactly. Something planted that thought in his mind.
I thought Jesus didn't get married. That's what we all thought. But no, Jesus did get married. He got married to Mary Magdalene, and she's depicted as a prostitute, and that would be the reason for Kanye using that specific eloquent usage of that bar.
And of course it was Kanye too.
Of course it's Ye. It's Ye now, actually.
Ye, yeah.
You don't want to misgender him. It's Ye now.
Oh, yeah. It's Ye. You gotta respect his pronouns, guys.
Yeah, I respect his pronouns.
Oh my god. Don't forget, I'm pretty sure it's under his Twitter bio.
Oh yeah. You know what's under my Twitter bio? These fucking guns. Oh my god.
The gun show, guys. We're in the Wild West. Draw them out.
Welcome back to the fucking gun show.
Welcome to the Wild, Wild West. A state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness.
I told you, I'm fucking tweaking today. I might take a little schminky soon, get myself feeling a little calmer down. Get myself, on a little bit of a downer.
I feel like you should, because I'm about to segue into the main subject.
Oh, yeah.
This is where the fun begins.
Oui, oui. Alright, if that's the case, I'm gonna pull out the piece.
While you do that, I'm gonna talk.
So I eat so bad. I've got here with me a Monster can, 7-Eleven sour gummies, club crackers, and Doritos. I need to make immediate change in my life. What is that, you chef at culinary school?
Hey, I got that bacon, egg, and cheese.
Hey, yo, boss, let me get a bacon, egg, and... Oh.
Yup. Oh, wait, hold on. We're losing viewers.
Tough shit for them.
Yeah, whatever, guys. Wow, that sounds dangerous.
Hopefully they enjoy the company.
Okay, so to me, let's get into the main subject. So to me, happiness. See, it's such a broad subject. But if I were to be like
a broad subject, but you can start really simply. How do you in your life find happiness, Jake?
Okay, I like that. So in my life, the way I find happiness, quote unquote, is when my plans come to fruition, when things go well for me, and when there's no uncontrolled variables in my process. That's how I find
All right,
happiness.
So now I'm going to chuck us right into the fucking throat of this conversation,
Sure.
Which is, how do you think that you could change your life to where you could be happy without those things? How could you find happiness without it being dependent on anything in this world, any action, event, or feeling that you have?
Well, I find that a bit counterintuitive, because in order to experience happiness, you need to interact with the world.
So I think I'm about to contradict myself. And I'm going to do it on purpose because I'm changing my mind. I previously said that I think happiness is dependent on a few key factors. I think it was 4 or 5 that I said. And I entirely changed my mind. I think that I'm totally wrong. I think that whatever I was describing is a different feeling. Because I am a firm believer in the fact, and this isn't really me changing my mind, this is more me remembering my true feelings on it. I truly believe, and I think that Jesus was trying to say this, I think he did say this, and I think that Buddha said it very well, which is that happiness comes from within. And that goes back to really any feeling that you have, which is you, at the end of the day, you are the conductor of your emotions. Your body is going to produce certain things that are going to attempt to make you feel certain ways, but at the end of the day, you have control over how you feel. You emotion reactively. So you don't have control over feeling pain, but you do have control over how you react to that pain.
Agreed. Yep.
You can spend your whole life in pain and still be happy. It's just so much harder to do. Is it fair? No. But
The universe doesn't play fair.
Yeah, and this is just my opinion, but I do think I'm correct in the fact that, and I still struggle with this. I am unhappy at times, but I would say I'm a very happy person. And I've made it that way because in the past I was a very unhappy person. And the key factor was that nothing changed except for how I viewed the things that were going on.
Bingo. And there is that's what I'm fucking talking about. So yeah, hold on. Stop the show for a second. Let me just say this. Guys, when something bad happens to you, the feeling that you feel after that is 100% how you take it. Now, okay, maybe not 100%. I'll say 80%. The guy in the background. I'll say 80% how you take that. If I get punched in the face and I start whining like a little bitch for the next 48 hours, then I'm gonna be a depressed. I'm gonna be an unhappy little person. I'm gonna be an unhappy. Wow, I can't not swear. I'm gonna be an unhappy person, right? But if I get punched in the face and I'm just like, okay, then I'm indifferent.
Well,
about it. I don't care.
I think that I feel like you should use a different comparison, because if you get punched in the face, you're gonna go, fuck, like, that fucking hurt. You're gonna be like upset for reactively, but then you can think to yourself like, should I be mad at this person, or should I understand if they're just an idiot? A breakup is a perfect example. It's such a perfect example.
Hold on. Segue moment, record scratch. So basically. Okay. And guess who just went through a breakup recently, guys? His name is N3ON. So, now let me talk about Mr. N3ON here.
Poor N3ON, bro!
So, as you guys may or may not know, N3ON broke up with his... Can I use this word? Whore? Promiscuous. N3ON broke up.
I mean, let's not mislabel her. I think you were accurate in that statement.
I want to be like politically correct.
Although no, I'm gonna take that back. Because I truly I'm trying to be. You were right in that statement. You correct that, because it's not good to call women that.
Yeah. So he broke up with his promiscuous girlfriend, and despite everyone telling him that it would eventually happen, he didn't listen to everyone, and then it happened. And guess what? He didn't really take it well. He says he doesn't care, but it's obvious that he cares. Due to his...
Well, I mean, that's the problem with covering with fake happiness, is because literally when that not real happiness, that thing that you've invented in your mind, this obviously promiscuous girl who's not that into you and is with you for your money, when you create a world in your mind and you rely on your happiness thinking, oh, she cares about me, she does these things, obviously she's gonna lie to you and let you think those things. And so I think that once you have settled comfortably into that idea of like, oh, she cares about me, even though she doesn't, once that happens, not only are you going to be heartbroken over that lie you told yourself, you're also going to be equally as upset with yourself for falling for that lie.
Remember,
go ahead.
No, keep going.
You're caught in between this turmoil in your head, which is, I feel that we had this connection, but I also know that this connection that I feel is based off of lies that not only she is telling, but that I am telling myself.
Bingo.
So how can I exist in this world of fallacy? And then you just start thinking, you enter this pessimistic mindset, which is, I can't really, if I can't navigate this relationship, my whole life is a lie, all this shit. And then you have a choice. You're presented with a fight or flight, which is, fall into your old habits of egotistical, narcissistic behavior, or to turn and try and help yourself and be a little bit vulnerable and try and, you know, like open yourself up. He has this security guard. I've seen clips of it.
Leon.
He tries to talk to him and like give him fatherly advice.
Yeah. And Neon just like, I don't care.
No, not even. He throws it in this guy's face and he jokes about it, and like, I don't know. I just feel so bad for that security guard because you can see that he genuinely like understands what Neon's going through and empathizes or sympathizes for him. And so I think the whole situation is heartbreaking. And I think that it's supported by countless people. Like for example, remember when he was hanging out with FOUSEY?
Yeah.
That shit was fucked.
Bro, yeah, when he was with FOUSEY, bro,
that's another example of altering your life in a way that's just not true happiness.
Exactly, yeah. And FOUSEY's a whole nother case. We'll get into that later.
FOUSEY, and he has things that he is aware are wrong with him that he's just not yet willing to change.
Yes.
But you can't be going out and like saying you're doing all these great things. I don't even know what to think about FOUSEY too, because he is so obviously
insane.
A million. No, that's the thing. Like, it's the same problem with homeless people. Like, people say people are homeless because of mental illness. It's like, you got to realize everyone is mentally ill. Like, every single yes, there's people who have serious mental conditions, but just as many of them are in wonderful conditions. It's like, there's not a bunch of homeless people out there because of serious mental conditions. People who are homeless out there have serious mental conditions because they have no support. And so they need to get in some way, whether it's them who puts themselves in the support or it's us who helps them get to that support. You can't live in a lie like that. And I'm going on a tangent now at this point. I don't remember where I was taking that to. But with FOUSEY, he's just in so many different directions that he has no way. He's living in such a madness that there's no way to pull himself out of it. There's no person that he is allowed in his life to turn to draw him out of that. If anything, he's used his fame and his ability to do crazy things to cut off all those relationships in his life. And now I'm saying this from the point of view of some dude in his car, like who's never met FOUSEY, who's never met Neon. But I can tell you that I understand human behavior. And when I see people act like that, I can tell that they're not living in a reality that is actually taking place. And that really breaks my heart.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's an example. 2 people that tried to help Neon that he just blatantly ignored. 3.
There's countless people.
Bradley Martin, Sneeko, we don't talk about him, and HS Tiki Taki.
And Aiden Ross.
Oh
Aiden
my
Ross
God,
put him
bro.
on.
What
Aiden
Neon
Ross,
did
like,
to Aiden, bro.
Aiden and Neon, if I'm not wrong, won't talk to each other.
They won't. They're not on talking terms anymore, and they were best friends.
And it's because, and I can tell you this now, Aiden has his issues. Aiden has things that he needs to change about his life. But I can tell you that Aiden is actively putting an effort into bettering himself. He may be taking wrong turns, but he's turning around and going back in that right direction. And Neon, you can see that he's taking those wrong turns and he's saying, fuck this, I'm turning around and going back. And then he's still in the maze and he can't get out. And so it's like, I think it's good that they're not friends right now. I think that it's also good that Aiden is setting a good example. I just wish that Neon would respond accurately.
I agree.
You can't, like, there's nothing that Aiden can do. It's like out of his hands. It would be out of place of him to try and help Neon right now. Because Neon is clearly displayed that he doesn't want that help. Maybe a part of him does, and he's trying to like find that part of him that wants help, and maybe that's what he really needs. But currently he's doing a bunch of dumb shit. And so I just hope that all this breakup shit like shows him that he's being a fuckhead. But he knows it. It's like Neon's a smart kid.
Yeah,
nobody gets famous.
He's aware.
No stick of a human being gets famous for shitting on people if they're not really smart.
Yeah,
you have
like
to be really smart, really quick. He got famous for like yelling and bitching out like really famous people. And he's a skinny little kid. Like, you need to have really good verbal skills. You need to be very sociable. You need to be very quick on your feet. You need to be very aggressive. You need to be very dominant. Like, these are all traits that
the
Neon
kid
has.
faked his death.
And he has just given that all up for some pussy that's going to take his money and leave.
Which it did. Well, it didn't take money, but it still left. Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. That doesn't make him any less of a man. Like, I'm sure, like, most guys have gotten fucked over for some pussy. It's just like, are you gonna learn from it, or are you
just gonna let it bring you down?
Wallow in your sorrow and be a fucking piece of shit for the rest of your life?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, move on, bro.
Yeah, and it seems like although it seems like he has like I think it was like 3 days after.
He fucking has.
Although
People
yeah,
will spend the rest of their lives trying to forget about things, when all you need to do is sit down for a fucking week and think about your feelings like a real man, and then boom, you feel better about it. That doesn't mean you're done with those thoughts for the rest of your life, but it means you figured out how to accurately address them.
Yeah, true, exactly. Yeah,
I still have horrible thoughts all day, all the time. I have great thoughts, just as much as I did when I wasn't happy, and the only thing is how I interact with them. I have those horrible thoughts that come, I go, oh, wow, I cannot believe that I'm thinking like that right now. I should really go do something good for me so that I don't think like this. I don't view that as part of myself. I view that as me making a mistake. And so then I go and do something to actively make me think positively.
I like that.
And people, when they think negatively, they view that as a part of them. They're like, oh, this is who I am. Like, I guess, like, I'm a fucked up person. Like, this is, I have no control over this. Shut up. You're a fucking pussy.
Yeah, it literally is all like, it's mostly about how you take it. I'll give a couple examples here. People that appear happy, but you can clearly tell that they're not. FOUSEY, for one. He may look happy, he's got money, viewers, all that stuff, but he's not enjoying it.
I don't think he looks happy, bro. I think he's open about his unhappiness. I could be wrong, though. I don't really watch FOUSEY too.
And on the flip side, you have JANKO, fired from Impulsive, but
the light of my life.
Yeah, bro.
JANKO.
Fired from Impulsive. That sucks. But he took that.
I think he like mutually left.
No. He was fired. He was fired.
Damn.
Yeah, and then but he took that and he ran with it.
Well, and that's a perfect example. The average
Exactly.
human being would view that as the world closing in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I gonna do?
But George,
I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but I can't do it without this huge influence that I'm working with. And George said, no. I have God. I have my wife. I have my family. I have everything that I need. I have my friends. I'm going to go and do this on my own.
Yep.
I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to grab life by the fucking balls. And I'm going to go make my own fucking podcast. And I'm going to get Andrew Tate on it. And I'm going to get Andrew Tate. I'm going to get Howie Mandel.
Vivek Ramaswamy, bro.
Vivek Ramaswamy, bro. He's interviewing presidential candidates.
He's interviewing presidential candidates. Guys.
And fucking Logan sitting there like, oh, I'm a WWE championship. I'm an athlete of the year.
Let me drink my prime.
Like, cool, man. I hope that makes you happy.
Yeah,
but I don't
enjoy your prime. Enjoy your prime.
Like, literally, I'll say this. I'm not here to judge people. I believe in that. Like, if that makes Logan happy, it makes him happy. I just don't believe. Like, people always say, like, people are different. Like, we're all in our own way. It's like, yes, but you're ignoring the fact that people change their mind. And that there is not, like, I'm going to go back to, there are wrong ways to do things. There are right ways to do things. There are good ways to do things. A lot of people are doing things in good ways. Like, all these influencers, they're doing good things. They're making money. They're doing it, but they're not doing it the right way. They're then taking those good things and putting them into negative channels. And so all I'm saying is, my opinion is that there is a right way to do things. And then there's a good way. Like, you can do it the good way. You're a good person. Great. Awesome. But you just maybe didn't do it right.
Like Thanos.
No, I would say that is
right intention, wrong action.
So, yeah. Well, and you have to take into consideration, like, there are real psychological conditions. Like, a psychopath is a psychopath. You can't do anything about that.
Psychopaths just literally, they just can't feel empathy.
It's a chemical condition,
Yeah.
but that also doesn't mean that they can't learn from their situation.
Exactly.
Like, you don't have to understand what goodness is to know how to be good.
Like, in the movie Joker, he was able, granted it was a delusion, but he was able to find love despite being, like, mentally unstable.
Well, I think that anyone can find love. Seeing this out, that you have a person worth loving sitting right there with you right now, yourself.
Exactly.
And if you can't love yourself, then I hate to break it to you,
Then
but
you're not gonna make it. Yeah.
that love you feel for other people may not be so genuine at all, after all.
Yeah, guys.
Maybe if you don't love yourself, you don't know what it feels to reciprocate love.
Yeah.
And so maybe those people that you feel love for aren't reciprocating it, and you don't even know what it's like. You don't reciprocate love for yourself, so you don't know what it's like to have that feeling and to have that experience.
Exactly.
So you could have shit friends, and you don't know because you don't like yourself.
Exactly. It all starts with yourself, guys. If you can't love yourself or respect yourself, you won't love or respect other people.
Yep.
And it's like that's just simple. You can't be. It all starts with you. Like that's just non-negotiable. That's pretty much like set in stone. But
it's under the pretext that you're in your own world. Like, you
exactly.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one else is in your brain. And so I think it's all absolutely redonkulous. I don't understand it, but I think that it's pretty cool that we're talking about like fuckheads on the internet. What are some other fuckheads that you would like to talk about?
Oh, Jack Doherty. Genuine question. Do you think Jack Doherty is happy?
I have such mixed feelings about Jack Doherty.
I actually want to hear this. State.
I think that Jack Doherty reminds me a lot of Jake Paul in the sense that he is doing a shit ton of fuck shit, but he knows that he's doing fuck shit, and he's only doing it because it's making him blow up, and he's reacting to it because of the positive interaction that he's getting. So I think that I would go out on a limb to say, is this the right way to do it? No. But I think that in his own little world, he is doing something that's good for him. He's just being selfish. Like, he's having a shit effect on the world, of course. Yeah. But it's like, he is literally, like, profiting off of people getting pissed at him for doing shit that they don't have to watch.
Yep.
Like, nobody likes watching Jack Doherty. People watch Jack Doherty to get mad at
him.
To
clown on him, yeah.
Exactly, and like some teenagers and shit watch him, and that's his fan base and stuff, just like Jake Paul. And it's like, and then he took all that fame from the heat that he got and actually used it towards real things. And I think that's what Jake Paul did. Yep. Like, Jake Paul, I think, has a very valid career now, and I think he's pursuing happiness, and I think that's valid. Although he runs a betting website, which is like
that's true, yeah. He runs a betting website, which is a little weird, but yeah.
So again, it's like, and that's why it's like it's hard to get out of that lifestyle, especially in today's day and age. But you can see different people making different efforts.
Yeah.
And ignorance is bliss. So sometimes people just don't know.
I agree. Yeah, and the thing is, like, because it's like I feel like on the surface, unless like, or I could be wrong, but I feel like on the surface, he's as happy as a goddamn clam, but deep down, he knows that all this is fake.
I have a perfect example of someone I really don't agree with, but that I think has happiness. And this is, I think, good because it shows that, like, you don't have to agree with someone to understand that they can find happiness too. Destiny. Custody, yeah. And I don't know all the details about Destiny, but he seems like a very, like, fulfilled person. He seems like he knows what he's doing. He's happy with what he's doing.
Yeah, I feel like he's just misguided.
I feel like the thing about Destiny is he is not by nature disagreeable, and so that causes him to be like, his disagreeableness is something he's acquired over time, and so he's still by nature agreeable, which causes his values and ideology from his childhood to be agreeable and like sheepish, but now his characteristics in today's day and age are more disagreeable. And so while his values are based off of his old agreeableness, his new methodology for sharing those values is very disagreeable and true-hearted and assertive and like based off of facts. And so I think that he just needs to take a big step back and then continue what he's doing. If that makes any sense. Like, take a step back, figure out what you're actually saying and supporting, and then go back into it and go back into all those nitty-gritty details that you're good at.
I agree. I like that.
Because I watched him play devil's advocate once, and I totally agreed with everything he said. He's a very smart person. And he was just playing devil's advocate. He like didn't agree with what he was saying. And I think that if he could take a step back and like think about what he was just saying instead of just spitting information, kind of like I do, that he could really take something away from his words. I think it's pretty clear to say, like, he like supports Biden. Like, I'm not saying support Trump, but like,
guys, they're both horrible. I'm just gonna
like
say this.
You can at least.
I'm gonna say this now. They're both horrible.
At least support a different Democratic like candidate. I don't even know. It's just like
someone else, please. Yeah.
I don't know because like literally, the Democratic Party is just. I don't know.
I have no idea. This is why it's just so. This is why I'm like on the fence. But so, like,
obviously, there's still people in the Democratic Party that are trying to make positive change. But I think that you can't make positive change if the company that you're working for is like based off of just cancer.
Cancer. Yep.
Like literally, the owners are supporting, and it's probably the same for the Republican Party. But the Republican Party does not appear to be nearly as bought and paid for as the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
And so I believe that, like, regardless of the candidate, it's going to not be our president. I think that if you put someone like Trump or Vivek Ramaswamy in the office, fuck yeah, they'd make some major crucial mistakes. But would they be honest about them? And would it be a real experience? And would we actually have a president? Yes. And do humans make mistakes every day? Yes. And so I don't think it's that deep. Another human.
Guys, that's 3 cameos today, by the way.
What's a cameo?
What's a cameo? A short appearance.
Another little short appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here at student housing.
Yeah. And now
that
actually brings up a good point. Now, there's also Ooh, wait a minute, wait. Aiden Ross. Okay. So
what about him?
I don't, dude, like the recent shit he owns a percent of Kick, he's a top streamer, he has a bunch of money, all this stuff, but bro is not happy.
I think that this is something that Aiden could really benefit from hearing. He's having the right thoughts, he is the right person, he's just in such a bad place, like environment. If he were to buckle up, take the risk, and actually just fucking leave all those people, it would do monumental things for him. And the scary thing is he doesn't want to lose his fame and influence because he feels that is a part of who he is.
Like he literally feels that like that's.
And he needs to take faith in the fact that if he is actually meant to be that person, that famous, then
it will come naturally.
It'll happen with or without those people because it's not dependent on them. It's dependent on him.
Exactly.
And so it's like fucking, you don't need to depend on anyone, bro. Aiden Ross, you did not become famous with all those people that you're standing with today.
Nope, just ISO speed. But yeah, but no, like regardless,
bro,
like
you used to just go back to being gay on stream, bro. Like, it's
yeah,
not that deep.
What happened to this? What happened to the sus shit? That was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's still sus, but like. And now, he's friends with how did he become friends with FOUSEY? When did that happen?
I think he's trying to make a life for himself and make a mark on this world, and he's just doing it with the wrong facilities.
Agreed. Yeah. Honestly, the whole IRL streaming as a whole is just, it's entertaining as hell, but it is toxic. Wow.
Well, no, I would disagree. It depends on how you use it.
What?
It depends on how you use it.
How you use what?
Online streaming.
IRL streaming.
Or IRL streaming, yeah.
Like I said, as a whole. Obviously, there are exceptions to the rule, but I'm talking in generalities.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And well, I feel like the problem is just everyone's a clout. Not everyone, obviously. Generally, people are clout demons.
Well, think about this.
Generally.
I hate to be this.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. And I will admit, like guys, cloud is intoxicating. I will admit this. When I started uploading again on my channel, the first thing I would do when I wake up was check my views, check my analytics, check the subs, all of that stuff. Like it's
There's two.
Sorry, what?
There's two parts of it. There's two different, and there's more than two, but these are the two key things. There's the minority of people who go online and they post their videos because they just really are passionate about what they're doing.
Yep.
They like getting interaction because it's positive encouragement that they maybe aren't getting in their normal life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great.
That's another big
And
point.
then there are the people who do not feel good about themselves and are creating a different person online that they do feel good about. And so they want that person to be known more than they want the person that they are.
Yeah, online personas, bro.
And that's where you get into clout chasing and stuff. You don't need to give a shit about clout like other people. Like, I'm not gonna try and get clout off of you if I'm the one who got famous. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the
What? That's like Logan Paul, like, doing some shit. Like, I don't even know. That would be like Logan Paul, like, hanging out with Mike Maybach for clout. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah,
like Logan Paul.
I
being like,
don't know. Yeah, I
feel
totally get it. I totally get it. And
like, yes, without Mike, the show would be shit. But you're Logan Paul. Like,
Yeah.
you got famous.
Yeah,
like
like,
you
dude.
can still be just as famous.
Exactly. Like, yeah, exactly.
And if anything, that should make them just greater friends, knowing that they don't need to depend on each other for that stuff. It just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm
now
gonna take this Schminsky real quick. So you go ahead and chat, but I'm gonna be silent for a moment here.
All right. Yeah. Now.
The Schminsky action.
So, chat. Here's the thing. So, I feel like it really. How do I say this? Okay, so that's actually the good point you brought up earlier is that most people, I'm not speaking for everyone here. Again, I'm talking in generalities. Most people, I'd say, okay, a good portion of people that are clout demons are that way mostly because of lack of either lack of real life validation or attention, or B, a lack of self-respect and or lack of self-image.
I think the word you're looking for is that it is compensation.
Yeah, there we go. Compensation. That's what. Yeah.
All various forms of compensating for parts of yourself that you know, and that's where you get into the shadow. The part of yourself you let hide certain aspects of your character. It's like, if you really want to be the most genuine happy person, there should be no parts of yourself that you hide from people. And if you feel it's worth hiding, then you should either change that part or you should let it out and change the way you think about it. It's like, yeah, if you fucking, I don't know, if you feel like you want to murder people, it's like, yeah, change that. Don't let that out. Like, but if you feel like you really like art, like you really like singing, but you feel like you're not a good singer, it's like, who gives a shit?
Who gives a
Go
shit?
sing.
Just do your shit.
If you're a bad singer, people just won't listen to you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't care.
You can still sing. If that makes you happy, go fucking sing at the top of the Empire State Building. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. And yeah, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with like content. If you're caring about, oh, no one's gonna watch this video, no one's gonna subscribe. If that's on your mindset every time, you're not gonna upload a single video. You'll just be stuck in that loop of anxiety on. No one's gonna watch this. If you want to make content, then make content.
If you're thinking that stuff, you're not gonna have the time to make good content.
That as well, like
all that shit.
Exactly. You're just gonna be stuck in that thinking loop, and you're gonna trap yourself. It's
like
called a negative feedback
like,
loop. What?
I hate the most when people sit there and they're like, "I'm so unhappy. Like, I just wish I could be happy."
Yeah, it's like, you can.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just shut up. You can.
In a dark room for 3 minutes. Go sit in a dark room and ask yourself, well, how can I be happy? Come out in 3 minutes and go fucking do whatever your brain just told you. You'll be happy.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. Shut the fuck up. Go sit in a dark room for 3 minutes and think about how you can be happy. Get out, do it, and it'll be done.
Clipped. Okay, but yeah, it's that simple. He's like, I can't be happy. Yes,
And then
you
afterwards, if you
can.
can see yourself improving more, then go sit in another fucking dark room and think for longer if you still want to be better.
Exactly. Like, because your brain.
Don't compare yourself to other people. You know what can be done in this world. You don't need to know who's doing it. Just go sit in that fucking dark room and think about what you want.
Just reflect. Yeah, what do
No
you want to
TV,
do?
no motivational video, no David Goggins, nothing, none of that.
Just do it.
Dark fucking room.
Literally.
You, your thoughts, nothing else. If you ask every American today, what's the scariest possible thing that you could think of? They would say my normal thoughts, like literally, or the better question would be, are you afraid of your own thoughts? And they would say, oh, totally. Can you be alone with your own thoughts? No, that's the scariest thing I can ever think of. And I cannot even conceive that. You should be able to sit with your own thoughts for all the time. You know the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Bro, I
good
would
movie.
go out. You should be able to literally go, any human being, as long as they're physically able to do that, and have the food, and have, let's say that perfect exact circumstance takes place, except for him hitting out the tooth. That hurt a lot. That looked like it hurt a lot. Any human could do that, should be able to do that. If you mentally cannot handle being alone for like a couple years, knowing that it's just going to be a couple years, not like literally, I hate to break it to you, but you need to become a better person.
I agree. Like the self-deprecation, that's unacceptable in my eyes.
And that's an extreme, but it's like, why aren't we living life in extreme? Why aren't we trying
that too?
The saying, you know the saying, shoot for the moon, you'll miss, you'll end up in the
You'll
stars?
end up among the stars, yeah.
I say, fuck it, shoot for the stars.
Shoot for the stars, yeah.
Why are we playing with the moon? We know that's not farther, we know that's closer. Shoot for the stars.
Actually, yeah, that's actually a good point. Why do people say shoot for the moon? Why do people say shoot for the moon? They're basically saying aim for the minimum, and if you miss, you'll go to the maximum. That's not the mindset you want. You want to aim for the maximum. And if you
forbid you don't hit one of the billion stars in the sky, you'll land on the moon.
Exactly, yeah. Aim for the max, but if it doesn't work out, you'll end up somewhere. At least.
Why are you aiming for that one moon and then ending up in the stars with no preparation?
Exactly. Literally.
That's crazy. Jake Paul said that on a podcast with George Janko.
There you fucking go. Like, man.
Hashtag George Janko. Hashtag we love George Janko.
Bro, we in this chat, we love George Janko, all right?
George Janko, sponsor us. Celsius,
please,
sponsor
George
us.
Janko,
Fuck,
collab with us, please. Okay.
No, I'm drinking a Monster. I'm gonna start drinking Celsius on stream.
Oh, I have Celsius.
My girlfriend has some Celsius back in the apartment.
No, in the apartment. Nice. Yeah, back in the apartment. Oh yeah, so there's gonna be a day one of these days where when we're in class we all are gonna be using Boston accents. It's like, I got a sharp knife. This knife is very sharp.
Yo, I've never really been able to do a Boston accent. I want to see if I can get it down.
You're gonna pack the car back at the Harvard bar?
Yeah, they talk like this.
They talk like a lot like this. You know a teddy bear?
I can't even get it right. Huh?
You have a favorite teddy bear?
Teddy bear?
Teddy bear.
See, I go either right to New Jersey or right to New York.
Yeah.
Because I'm from New York, so it's like,
it makes
New York I can do all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
you know my son Johnny, he's on the fence, right? What the fuck is he talking about?
You know,
he was talking about some fucking... Yeah. That's Italian.
You know, I've been walking down to Providence back and forth a few times a week, just, because it's something I've been trying to do. I swing on down to Long Island. I'm a traveling man. I travel through Connecticut, Fairfield. I see all the wonderful places. I'm a driver, you see. And I live a wonderful life. I've got a beautiful wife. And, there's no place I'd like to be other than here by the sea. And I don't know why I'm rhyming, but it just sounds right as an Italian man living in New York.
Hold on. Yeah.
And that's what I would say.
Did your phone run out of battery?
Oh, yes, it did, good sir.
That's all. That's
I can only see myself now, but it's okay. We work with what we got.
Oh, boy. Here, wait. If you open Discord, I have the stream being broadcast to Discord.
No, because I have VDO opened on Discord. So to do anything on Discord, I have to close VDO.
Okay, so yeah, keep that up. So you can't see me?
Yeah, but it's fine.
That's fine. All right. Anyways, so sorry. What were we just? Oh yeah, the New York. We're New Yorkers. We sound like we're angry when we're really not.
I'm walking here. Hey, we don't talk like that.
Walking in.
We don't fucking talk like that. Talk like that.
What the fuck did they do? What the fuck?
That's my favorite video because the guy goes like, "Hey, I'm walking in," and she's like, "Hey, we don't talk like that," and she literally instantly starts talking like that.
Like that, yeah. All right.
And she's like getting in his face. It's like, what the fuck? That's the most New Yorker thing you could ever do. That's like, I'm walking here in one movement.
Yeah, literally. Walking in.
How heavy can you get the walk?
Whoa.
Hey, I'm walking in.
I'm walking.
You can even take it so far, you can turn it into I'm working here.
I'm
Hey,
working.
here. Are you kidding me, man?
The fuck you doing? I'm on my lunch break, man. I'm working
Hey,
here.
what's going on here?
I'm
You little
working.
fucking man.
I'm walking here. Okay.
I gotta take you down the block and meet you with my little friend. You ain't gonna knock you up to 3 years old, you little schmutz. You ain't worth my time.
Oh, Will, I have a question for you, and it's like 10% personal.
I have an answer. I may not answer it if it's too personal.
It's not too personal. Okay, so
So,
hold on 1 second. All right. Okay.
you've
so
got me on the edge of a cliff here, Jay.
Yes. Okay. So you've had multiple girlfriends, right?
All right. Okay, I'll let you go, but keep in mind, I have a girlfriend, and she very well.
I know. Oh wait, no, actually never. I was gonna
What?
say, like, did you feel?
What?
I was gonna say, did you feel like
Bro,
happiness
you're
with
gonna
any
get
of them?
so pissed at me now? What are you talking about? You got me talking like a New Yorker now, man. What are you talking about?
I'm asking the question. This is wow. Did you? Wow. You know what? Scrap, because I can't think of a way to phrase this well.
What are you talking about?
I was just gonna ask, like, did you feel happiness? Did you feel
You
happiness?
can just go ahead and say it, because I'll give you an honest answer.
Did you feel happiness
When what?
when we were with?
With other girls. Have I felt a happiness when I'm with other girlfriends than the one I have right now?
No, not right now. In the past, obviously.
Yeah, so when I was, not the one I have right now.
Yes.
I mean, yes, I felt happiness. I mean,
That's all I wanted to know.
The relationships I've been in have been kind of bullshit, and they've just been like learning opportunities for me. And so, I mean, me as an individual, that's what it was. The relationships I was in, it was always two individuals, and I feel like the relationship I have now is we're kind of like
There
we're
we
together.
go. Yeah. That's
And
what I meant.
so I don't know.
That's what I meant. Did you
felt
feel?
happiness.
That's what I meant. Okay, a better phrase.
I
Did
never
you feel
felt
connected?
like I've never had a girl that I felt like we were happy together up until now, and so I feel like that's such a magical thing that I could never let go of.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Did you didn't feel that connection until now? That's what I meant.
No.
Awesome. Okay.
I think that's the most beautiful thing that people can experience, which is finding someone in which they don't make you feel happy. You know that together you are happy.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's like there's not one specific thing about her that's like, oh, I love that. Like that's the thing I like. It's like, no, you guys together is the thing you like. Like,
Bingo. And like, yeah, with me and my girl, we complement each other almost perfectly. That's why we're one. You know?
That's very nice.
You don't want to be the same. At least, okay, this is just my opinion. But you don't want to be the same as your partner. You want to be complementary to each other, so that your strengths combined create the ultimate weapon. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I feel like you're complicating it.
I guess I'll break it down a little bit.
I feel like you're complicating it a little bit. It's like really just finding someone who you can be happy together with.
Yeah.
That will happen in various ways. We're all like individuals.
Yeah, of course.
in our own
Yeah.
way.
Find whoever is happy for you, I'm just saying that being complimentary is a plus. That's a plus. That's all I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well, it
guys,
makes it
be
easier.
with whoever
It
makes
makes
you
it-
happy. It's just a plus if you're complimentary to each other. It's not required. It's just an extra benefit.
It tends to make the relationship more fluid.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Which is helpful.
Oh boy.
Especially when you're talking about like raising a family or something, it's helpful to have people who are on the same page.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest here. I feel like there's a happiness problem in our society today.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, is that why we are at an all-time suicide high?
Yeah, man. And unfortunately, there's not one root cause. There's a million of them. So it's like almost.
Is that why school shootings are at an all-time high?
Yeah, it's almost like it's gonna be. This is a problem that's gonna be almost.
Now, I think that school shootings are like. This is like a really potent
It's an
opinion
issue.
that I have. No, it's a. Let me finish because this is something unique. But this is a potent opinion that I have. I think that school shootings are a trend, and I think that it's like, as fucked as that sounds, it's like we've had terrorist attacks our whole existence. It's like those are always been things. Like mass shootings have always happened. It's just now they're happening in fucking schools, which is wild. But I mean, that's just a trend that kids are doing. As fucked as it sounds,
No
it's
fucking
like
reason. No
Yeah, it's like-
reason. No genuine.
once one person has the idea to do something, once
Oh.
one person.
Rip my camera. Hold on. Sorry, chat. My camera froze. Just give me a second.
But
we
yeah,
go.
anyways,
Anyways.
yeah, it's just like I think that it's just something that people have picked up on. I don't think it's.
Still an
I don't
issue.
I think. Yeah, no, I think it's totally an issue. I just don't think it's something that's been paused. Like, I don't think there's like an issue. Like, people have always been fucked in the head. People have always gone out and shot a bunch of people. It's just like, it's unfortunate that it's happening to children now.
Yep. And I'd say a really big
Like, kids
factor.
from the past could always get guns and go to schools and take them and shoot the other kids. They just didn't because they lived happier lives.
Exactly. And I think
Kids right now, like high schoolers are thinking about like politics and shit. It's like, fuck, man, live your fucking life.
yeah, dude, it's like stay out of the politics, just live your life. It's cool.
Unless you turn 18 on an election year, it's like, don't worry about that shit.
Exactly.
Yet,
Yeah. Now
man. I'm 20. I'm 21, and I'm literally here fucking. This is my first year to fucking vote.
Yep.
Isn't
Now
that crazy?
yeah, that is wow. See, like if the time doesn't line up, you know, or if it does, you know, you can either
Well,
vote
and I
at
remember
18.
in high school.
or
I remember
wait.
in high school, when the seniors, I forget what election year it was. I think it was 2020. The seniors were able to vote, and so they
Yep.
voted. And I remember they had no idea what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's cool. I'll go
It
with
was
that
like,
guy.
oh, I like this guy, so I'm gonna pick.
Now, some of the students took it pretty seriously, but those are the kids who ended
no,
up
that's
with
the minority.
serious political anxiety.
Yeah. And now I think a very big factor in this happiness problem is social media, obviously.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
How is it not a big factor?
Because it wouldn't be bad if it wasn't being used poorly. It's like anything in this world, like scissors could be used poorly on a dramatic event. It's like if certain people choose to do so. It's like there are certain people that have simply chosen to use the internet in bad ways. It's like we're never gonna change the fact that the internet is a thing. Like that's always gonna happen.
That's sentence. That's objective.
The thing that you can change, and that is
how
worth
you use
thinking about. Exactly, is how you use it and who is using it and who is allowed to use it in certain ways, and how is it monitorable, and how can you identify who is doing what. And those are questions that are debatably unanswerable because it's the internet. It's always evolving, but it's something that's worth putting an effort into. Something that's not worth putting an effort into is just saying, oh, the internet's shit, we should get rid of it.
I mean, Ultron spent 5 seconds on the internet and then immediately concluded that humanity needs to die. So,
Well, think about prohibition. Like, what happened when we tried to take alcohol away?
An uproar, a huge one.
We gave millions and millions of dollars to all of the mobs and mafias and gangs throughout America because they got to start smuggling alcohol.
Yep.
Untaxed.
Yeah.
And so nothing changed, and just a shit ton more people started breaking the law because they wanted to drink alcohol. So that's what's going to happen if you take away TikTok and you take away Instagram. And so it's like, there's no point in trying to do that. The best thing that you can do is inform young people correctly.
And that's the sad.
And Vivek Ramaswamy talks about that a lot.
Yeah, that's the sad part. It's because I don't know why, but the second we get something taken away from us, we do everything in our power to get it back, no matter how bad or toxic or cancerous it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand why. Like, why do we want the bad stuff? Like, I just don't get it.
It's because there are certain people who don't have enough. They've lived such long lives. They've lived in such old money through riches for so long that they don't understand what it is like to empathize with anyone other than someone super rich and powerful. They view humans as literal animals and ants. And they're like, why do we have all these things, using all of this stuff and bitching about us so much when we could just get rid of all of them? I don't give a shit about our future. I don't give a shit about humanity. I just want to be able to control as much as I possibly can, because that fulfills some feeling inside of my body.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's literally that. And it sounds nonsensical.
Exactly. It sounds completely nonsensical, but fucking.
But literally, we just have very powerful people in this country who don't know how to think properly because they've just been born into very old money, and they have the power that should not have. Sorry?
I didn't say anything. It's a very.
And
it's
that's
like
not
something. Hold on, before you go back.
That's not the only thing. Obviously, there's other people who are just power crazy due to maybe traumatic events from when they were young or something. But it's like, these bad people aren't bad people. They're good people who are in bad lives.
Bad upbringings. Yep.
And so, you just have to think, like, these people aren't going to be here forever. Yeah. Humanity's not going to disappear tomorrow. We just need to focus on telling the people who are young and impressionable positive and helpful, healthy things for the future.
Yep, I feel bad for Jen.
It's not that deep.
Really.
All the fucking eco-friendly electric cars and shit aren't gonna happen in a couple years once we teach everyone properly. And it may happen, but it's gonna be used properly rather than as a data machine to turn everyone's cars off.
Yeah. Literally. And then we have the whole Neuralink thing. I mean, what the fuck even is that? Like.
And of course, in the future, there's gonna be bad people doing bad things, but that's how it's been since the dawn of time. It's no breaking news that bad people do bad things.
Yeah,
they're not. And I would say they're not bad people. They're just bad people who are caught in bad lives and bad decisions, and it's a habit that they have. And it's scary. Like, if you feel like you're a really bad person, it's scary and hard to become a good person because you don't feel like you deserve it or are worth doing so. Yeah. And so there's no point in putting in effort into something that you feel is fruitfulness.
And that mindset is what causes demotivation.
Bunch of stuff causes
among
demotivation.
others, but one of them.
No, 100%. Well, and sometimes
that's another issue. Demotivation is a big problem. No one's motivated to do anything because it's either too difficult, too time-consuming, or too strenuous. And so they devolve, and so, like you said, like about a year ago, they settle into comfort. And then
And as people, we're built to worship in some sense or another. And so if you're sitting there hating yourself and just chasing this, like, maybe power, like control, you're going to start to worship controlling people. And that's going to become your life.
Yep.
And you're going to be fixated on having control over other people. And then in crucial moments where you have to really take a step back and think about things, you're going to be stuck and fixated on controlling people. So you're going to make the wrong decision every fucking time.
Yep. Yeah, like people, I feel like some people just don't realize how powerful the brain actually is. Like, stalkers fully delude themselves into relationships with their victims just using The power of the brain. That is it. No outside influence, no nothing. They keep telling themselves, this person loves me. We're together. We're a couple. All this stuff. She's like he or she is like my angel, etc., etc. All this stuff. And that's all just using words. Now, if you were to do that on the flip side and say, I'm the GOAT, I'm the God, I'm S tier, I'm a fucking unit, you'll genuinely believe that and you'll start acting accordingly.
And I would say that shit, like, oh, I know she likes me even though, like, she's my victim, is not that far off from what Neon is doing.
Yep.
That does nothing to do with the girl being the victim. I mean more for Neon.
Yeah.
Like, he's lying to himself about a girl who doesn't want to be with him. The only difference is it's not unconsensual. She's consenting, like, to everything she's doing with him. She just doesn't actually want to be with him in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. And Neon, he gaslit himself into thinking that the relationship
but it's the
was
same
genuine.
Psychology. If Neon was a psychopath, then that's probably what he would be doing.
Yep.
But he's not.
So yeah, he's only a sociopath.
But it shows that psychopaths have
but
something that makes them different. They still think like normal human beings. They just have something that makes them different.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still gonna behave like a human. They're
It's
just
just
gonna
that-
behave like a human who has psychopathy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's all human behavior. It's just different kinds, depending on the condition or the situation.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I have another interesting, in regards to happiness, another interesting person to talk about since we're talking about Neon.
Oh god.
Sneeko.
Oh god. Hey, I'm very neutral. Was it Poland or Switzerland in World War II that was neutral?
Poland. No, Switzerland.
Well, whatever it was, I'm
It was
Switzerland when it
Switzerland.
comes.
Yeah.
I'm Switzerland when it comes to Neon.
Yep.
Or I mean, not Neon, Sneeko.
Why?
I truly believe that he is simply on a journey. He is making mistakes and he is actively learning from them. Some he is not, but some he will over time. And he is on a path of development. So I think, like, if you look at the person Sneeko was
when he was on TikTok.
I think that, before he got famous, when he was just in the subways talking to people, I think that he is on a journey to return to that person, but with riches and fame.
But yeah.
If that makes any sense.
That makes total sense.
That's the best advice that I would give Sneeko is, I would say, go look at videos of yourself in that train station and try and bring yourself to that person, because you know it's still inside of you, but with every single benefit that you've taken from the last how many years of your life. So then it's not a negative. It's not something that you've done wrong, but it's a journey that you've gone through. And so all those ungreat experiences have actually gone towards, that normally would go towards your downfall, have actually gone towards supporting a good goal in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my opinion on it. So I think that it's entirely Sneeko. My opinion on Sneeko is entirely dependent on what he does with the life he has been given, because he's still fairly new.
Yeah. And I mean, I respect him that he was able to make the choice to convert to Islam.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, no, totally, because he acknowledges that he makes mistakes.
Yeah.
That he's trying to not do them.
Like at least in my eyes, a truly closed-minded person would not have considered it at all. They wouldn't just be like, being a Muslim, that's overrated, all this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. They'd like
I think that shines light on a certain aspect of religiousness that people don't often understand. Cliff talks about it. George JANKO talks about it. Love Cliff too. Hashtag Cliff.
Hashtag Cliff.
But it's that, like, take weed for example. Some would say that smoking marijuana is a sin, and I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of that, but it could be. Who knows? But does that mean? And people would say, like, does that mean that you shouldn't be a Christian, or does that mean that you shouldn't follow God or believe in Jesus? Because I don't view myself necessarily as a Christian, but I know
Catholics that smoke.
I do believe in Jesus. It's complicated. I'm still working on it, but what I would say is what was I just getting to?
You were talking about how some view weed as taboo.
Oh yeah. And so with that,
the taboo view of it is not
Listen. Are you only allowed into a sober house once you've become sober?
Ooh.
Or do you go to the sober house
to become
then
sober?
Become sober.
That's what I think. It's like the same as a rehab facility.
And so it's, you don't have to, you just go. Read the Bible, believe in God, follow the word of good, whatever you take away as goodness.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you.
It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt other people.
It may change some things, but you just adjust to those changes, you know? Adapt accordingly.
But with that, it will lead you to become the person that you want to be. Like I said in the last episode, you're not going to become, I'd love to meet the person who becomes the person they've always wanted to become overnight, because they're not dreaming big enough or they're delusional. And that is because it takes time. And so if, let's say you have that habit of lying, if you would listen to the Bible, you don't have to not lie to become a Christian. You have to become a Christian to not lie.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's huge.
Exactly. And hold on, you made a good point earlier that I was gonna build. Oh yeah. And with that, so yeah, it does take time, and I don't think people are willing to. Most people, generalities again, are willing to put in the time or effort. Example, I wanted more subs. I wanted more subs and respect in the community that I'm currently a part of on YouTube. So what did I do? I buckled down, grinded my ass off, started uploading and shit, and I tripled my sub count within a month. That's what you got to do. It took me 2 months or a month. Sorry, it took me a whole month.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly. It's just got to put in the work. I was willing to do that, so I got what I wanted.
I'm a big, firm believer in long-term investments. I think that the best
long-term
thing
investments
that
are
any
great.
person can do is long-term invest and not put money in an account. I mean, and you can, that's great, but I mean invest in yourself in the long term. Start reading, start researching, not for any reason, but just to know more.
Just to know more. Yeah, knowledge.
The thing. It's like, there shouldn't be a reason for you to become a better person. It's not like, oh, I want to do this, so I need to become better so that I can do this. It's like, no, become as good as you can possibly become. That's why we're here. That's what we're here to do.
It's like that Doc Ock quote.
Be as good as possible.
Yeah, when Doc Ock said to Spider-Man, he was like, knowledge isn't a privilege, it's a gift, and you use it for the good of mankind.
There's a quote, and I hate it so much. I forget the quote exactly, but and you may know it. It's knowledge. The greater the knowledge, the less happy you can be. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
More knowledge becomes sadness.
Smart people are lonely.
Yeah, no, smart people are sad because the more you know, the sadder you are about the reality of the world you live in. And
Bingo!
I would say that is the most idiotic statement that I've ever
it's completely
heard.
It's completely nonsensical and doesn't make sense, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
like I like how they're directly correlating intelligence with happiness.
Going back to Spider-Man, there's another quote in that movie, probably the most famous quote ever to come from Marvel, and that quote is, with great power comes great responsibility.
Because if you have power, you are responsible for that power.
And so the smarter you are, and this may come to fruition in a weird way, the smarter you are, the more responsible you are to view the world in a happy and positive way. Agreed. And that may mean you would think, why am I more responsible than someone else? It's because the intellect that you have puts you at a disadvantage.
Yes. Bingo.
And so you have to put in the extra work. And that doesn't mean it's like, oh, I can't be as happy as other people because I know that there's black holes in outer space and it's like, no, you need to understand that you don't need it. You can ignore the black holes for a little bit and look at the fucking leaf and see that that's a beautiful leaf and say, hey, I'm so happy that I get to sit here and experience this, even though there's this giant hole in the sky slowly sucking me into it. It's like, you're going to be dead before that happens.
Yeah,
bro.
I was like, those people are, if they
and
were.
And those people can use some humbling in a sense that it's just as helpful as it is to have
Example.
deep thought.
I have a perfect example for that. Oh my god.
It's equally as helpful to have deep thought and simplified thought, because if you don't have simplified thought, you'll never be able to take a step back and really realize what's happening in front of your eyes. It's like the smartest people are freaking out because they have their fucking nose in a book. Pick your head up,
Yeah,
get your head out of the ground, and look around.
Just look around you.
100%. I like to do this in my car because I get to look out at the world, and it makes me think. I get to look at the sky and I get to think. And you would say, oh, well, you're not smart enough because you don't think about like all the terrifying shit that's up there and just how we're so meaningless and that there's so much going on and we have no effect on it. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Nobody cares. It's like, yeah, we know that shit is going on. Why aren't you focused on all the amazing stuff that is happening right here? We know that's happening, but we also know that it generally, we have no effect on it.
That's like saying, that's
like saying the world is ending, but you're in a box that has excluded you from all of that, and you can be happy. Great.
Yeah.
Fucking
cool.
Awesome. It's not a box, it's a circle that we're in. But it's like, great, wonderful, thank you very much.
Yeah, and
I would love, I'm very happy to know that I exist in this world of comfort. And yes, bad stuff also happens in that world of comfort, but you can put yourself in an even tinier bubble, which is your mind, and think, hey, I can still be happy in this beautiful place. Because those horrible people are also beautiful, and they just don't see it, and they just don't see this beautifulness that's happening in front of all of us. And it's really hard to say. The darkest people of all time are beautiful people, and that like people would like literally probably throw rocks in my face for saying that. But I think that every single person is beautiful in their own way. And that it's just a hard life that we live, and some people take advantage and see that beautifulness in themselves, and some people don't, and they lead it to darkness, which is hard. Like sometimes the darkest art in the world is the most beautiful, and it's hard to look at, but you look at it because it's just amazing. You know the Harry Potter quote? It's like, the other man who had this wand did amazing, horrible, but amazing things. It's like, yeah, it's amazing. It's horrible, but it's amazing what happened. And so it's like World War II is the most researched event in the modern age of history, and it's also the most horrible event that's ever happened in the modern age of history. And debatable. So as not being the most horrible event in modern history?
The most horrible event? In modern history? Not even close.
Well, first of all, what would you say?
Wait, okay. Well, are you saying World War II like as a whole?
The like 22 million people it killed.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. I thought you meant like, as a whole, yes.
The like 6 million Jews that were like gassed. And
I was gonna say, if you're talking about that event, that would be, if you want to be more specific, that would be the most
all of World War II. Yeah, all of the men who died alone in a field, like the millions of men who died alone in a field.
I agree.
It's just such a horrible thing, and but it's also the most researched event in modern history.
Yep.
Like name something that we know more about in modern history other than World War II.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing.
Like
every single human being knows a little bit about World War II.
Yeah, there's not one person that doesn't know something about World War II.
So a lot of people don't know jack about World War I, but everyone knows stuff about World War II.
Yeah, because it was just
because it had such monumental effect.
Legacy.
The nuclear bomb was invented because of the actions of this war. It's like that. Well, and I think the interesting thing is, COVID is the biggest thing that's happened since.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
That is crazy. And that was.
It's like, and I don't think COVID is even World War I level. Like World War I was pretty intense too. But I mean, I think that we're looking at the closest thing to Dark Ages since the World Wars.
Yeah.
But my worry is that we are just simply seeing something that's been happening since the World Wars and it hasn't ended. And then I take it a step further and I get more worried because I think this is possibly something that's even been happening since the dawn of time. And then my brain goes, oh, well, of course. And it's like, how do I feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
Because my gut, like a lot of important, prominent people say, your gut is the only non-biased opinion in the world. It's the only thing, it's your subconscious. You don't have control over it. And so if you don't follow your gut, you're not following yourself. And my gut says that whatever is happening today has been happening since the dawn of time, and that we're just literally dealing with the aftermaths of other people's issues.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people would agree with that, but it's like, if that's the case, why don't we just fucking stop? And I understand why we don't just fucking stop, because people get hurt and people don't learn because they're too focused on hurting other people because they are hurt. But it's like,
it's like why did we invent the nuke?
Well,
there's obviously a reason, because Japan wouldn't chill the fuck out. But
was it Albert Einstein? Was it Oppenheimer? Was it the
It was both. It was both of them.
Was it the general who commissioned the building of it? Like that? Was it the president who allowed it to happen? Everyone, America made the nuclear bomb. We paid the taxes for that bomb to be made. We paid the taxes after the first one was dropped so that the second one could be dropped. Like, every American who was alive in World War II is responsible for the acts of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's nothing to be ashamed of, because like,
I disagree.
It happened.
I disagree.
We were in it. You disagree?
Yep. There are two people responsible for the nuke. Einstein and Oppenheimer. Without them, you realize without them, we wouldn't even have known what nuclear fission was.
Yes, but without the general that commissioned turning it into a bomb, it would have only been used for energy sources. There was Albert Einstein didn't go, hey, let's make a bomb. He went, this really cool energy reaction takes place, but we have to be careful because it's a huge explosion. And then Oppenheimer went, oh, we can probably make that into a bomb. And then a general went, yes, do that now. And that was the action that made it. So it's so many people. And then we had an attack on Pearl Harbor, and
that was the tipping point.
Every American in the country said, okay, we're going to war. And it's complicated because it's international affairs. Japan would have attacked. They would have attacked again.
Yeah, Japan would not stop. We had to put them down.
And so we had to put them back. But then you get into the fact that, like, first bomb was dropped, and then we could have had riots to say, hey, we don't want that to happen. But Americans were like, yeah, fuck yeah, put them in their fucking place. And we dropped another one and still kept paying taxes and didn't riot. And so it's like, you have to take self-responsibility. This country, we don't work for the government. The government works for us. And so we as individuals are responsible for what happens in this country. You can't, as easy as it is to go, hey, there's these people doing these things, we have no control over it. Boo-hoo, let's riot. Boo-hoo, let's sit on our ass. No, you have to riot. You have to get in the street. You have to talk about it. And unfortunately, it's not happening in the right ways because those people in the government know that. And so they've twisted information. But again, it doesn't matter. It's on you to see through that, to see through and find the truth. Find your truth. And people are going to be wrong. That's okay. But it's on the people who are right to look past that and to understand that the people who are wrong are still putting in just as much of an effort.
Exactly. And it's like, so people like to say, oh, we clearly weren't thinking when we invented the nuke because we're dumb and we're short-sighted. And to that, I say you did not watch Oppenheimer, because he literally says, Albert, when I came to you with those calculations, we thought we might start a chain reaction that would destroy the entire world. I believe we already did. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
Admittedly, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know the history behind it. And so I'm just going off of the fact that I know damn well that there was an order to drop that bomb that was not placed by Albert Einstein or Oppenheimer.
Nope, they just created it.
And they didn't go, hey, let's make a bomb. They were ordered to make a bomb, I guarantee it. Or they volunteered because there was already going to be an order, and they know how to do it the best. And Albert Einstein didn't do it. He only helped with the calculations. He didn't help with the actual.
He just helped with the principle of nuclear fission.
Correct. Yeah, he was a theorist. He came up with a theory.
Yeah.
And Oppenheimer put it into fruition.
Exactly.
And then the president of the United States, well, at the time, that's another person. There's more than two people. There's guaranteed a third, which is the president, the commanding officer of the United States of America, who said, hey, let's drop this nuclear bomb. And they pressed that button, And then there's also the general who commissioned the building of that nuclear bomb. There's every government agent who decided, hey, I'm going to put my time and effort into building this weapon of mass destruction instead of quitting my job and putting my efforts elsewhere.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Is that Einstein, this is true, it's a fact. Einstein told Oppenheimer to give up his security clearance and just step away from the government. Walk away from government work. And I feel like he should have taken that advice.
Well, I think that the CIA wouldn't have liked that.
Yeah, they wouldn't have liked it, but, you know, actually...
Well, and what happens when the CIA doesn't like something, Jake?
Exactly, yeah, I know. And
people die.
It wouldn't end well.
People die.
Yep. Yeah. So like that puts, but yeah, it's like, so yeah, humans are, we do think about stuff, not everything, but we do think about stuff. It's just that in this case, we did not have a choice. So.
Well, what do you mean?
Meaning like they were forced to make the bomb or face major consequences. Almost fatal.
No, totally. But that's an assumption. They may have been like, you can do whatever, we'll find someone else. We know how to do this now. We have a calculation.
I feel like if that were the case, then there would have been no need for
Oppenheimer. In the eyes of the government, there's never any need for anyone unless they have something that's irreplaceable. And Oppenheimer did not. He did not have something that was irreplaceable.
That's true. Yep. Yeah, I feel like
government doesn't give a shit, bro.
It's such a, and I feel like that contributes to at least to part of the happiness problem that's going on today. It's just that if your leaders don't care, people think, well, why should I? Why should I care? The government doesn't care.
Well, George JANKO was talking a lot about the home and the house and how that's the foundation for everything, and how the father is such an important figure.
Yes. There's a fatherless epidemic. I remember Charlie Kirk talking about this in like a TikTok clip or something like that. But yeah, I agree with him on the fact that there's a fatherless epidemic.
Well, and since it's such a touchy topic,
it is.
I think that George JANKO did a good job of comparing it in a way of taking it out of the actual like home and putting it into terms of like the government. So if you view the government as a home, our father right now, Joe Biden, what kind of a dad is that?
A neglectful one.
Go on.
Deadbeat, neglect.
Go on.
Sorry, deadbeat, neglectful, incompetent.
Did you sign up for having a dad like that?
Nope.
Abusive, manipulative, advantage taking, narcissistic.
Yep.
Dementia. You want a dad like that?
I have a dad like that, minus the dementia.
Well, let's not smear your dad through the dirt. But fucking.
Well, yeah, no one would want a dad.
That's
that
creates no one would want a dad. And if they did have a dad like that, they would do everything they could to help that dad. But I mean, like, clearly we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And so it just goes to show, like, if you have a house that's built.
Do you think there's a selfishness problem in the world? Or rather, like overbearing pride? Or excessive pride, I guess.
No, I don't. I think that we have a problem of extremes. I think that people. So you know how you like to stay in the gray, and I like to bounce back and forth from the black and the white.
Yep.
Like ideology-wise.
Yeah.
I would say that most people are stuck in one color. And that's for one reason, and this is the crisis. It's two words, they both start with a C, I think. This might be a little dyslexia moment. But it's comfort and it is commitment.
Yep. Yeah.
People can't commit.
Yeah.
People can't commit to anything because they're not able to feel uncomfortable.
So they settle into comfort.
And to commit to something, you have to put in work, and you have to do the things that you maybe aren't so necessarily comfortable, because if you had the tools to get it, you would have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. If you had the tools to get everything you would ever want, you would have it. And unless you plan on selling yourself short then go out and get to work.
Exactly. Just put in, if you want, you get, like, guys, nothing comes for free. Nothing good comes for free, at least. So, knowing that fact, you have to put in the work.
There ain't no rest for the wicked.
Exactly. Money don't grow on trees. You got bills to pay. You got mouths to feed.
And ain't nothing in this world for free.
Exactly.
No, I can't slow down. I can't turn back. I think I got those two mixed up.
Exactly. Like that's perfectly put. Very well put.
Oh, drop that bomb. Drop that bomb. That bar from that song. Fucking. Dun 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 dun. And the neighbor's back for more.
Oh yeah. When you trust your television, what you get is what you got. Because
hold on. I was
interrupting
you. Say it again. I was interrupting you.
When you trust your television, what you get is what you got. Because when they own the information, they can bend it all they want. That's why we're waiting.
Bro. When did that song come out? What's that song?
It's called "Waiting on the World to Change." I think it was like 2014.
2014, they were talking about this shit.
Hold on.
Nobody realized it.
Was it 2014? No, 2006.
Damn, bro, you guys don't even understand how long people have been on this shit. This is, what's his name, John Mayer?
This is John Mayer, guys.
Yeah, John Mayer, was on
Oh my God!
For,
It says, according to John Mayer on an interview, "Waiting on the World to Change was his attempt to voice what he felt was this generation's problem of helplessness."
Because we want comfort and we lack commitment.
Like, y'all, like, the writing's on the wall here, guys. Like, people have been at this people have been at this for 18 years.
It's very easy and comfortable to build your values off of something that you just can hear.
Exactly.
You can repeat.
Yep.
And that's when you go to school and you learn to simply repeat and repeat. That's not good. That doesn't teach you. Like, these are conversations we've been having for a long time. It's like, the most liberal people in the world can agree that when you go to school, you're taught to memorize instead of actually learn about something for the standardized testing. They don't do that in any other country. The reason we have standardized testing is not so that we know we have good teachers and so that we have good statistics. The reason we do standardized testing is so we can base our curriculum off of certain characteristics that are desirable for certain agendas.
Now we see everything that's going wrong with the world and those who lead it. We just feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it.
Because we have been our strength has been taken away.
Yes.
What's the strongest thing you can think of?
Power.
This is gonna sound a little bit like masculine, a little bit like fucking pro man, but the strongest thing you can think of is a strong man.
Is a strong man.
Yeah, 100%.
We're not misogynist, by the way. That's just
strength. Like,
yeah, it's just strength. There's plenty of strong women out there.
But literally, yeah, strong women out there. But literally, it's like, if you take statistically the strongest, maybe physically, and because it's a thin line. Women are very hardworking, amazing. Like women, people, are great. They do everything good. It's just normally like in a, what's the word? The orthodox, like picture perfect home.
Utopia.
The man would be more equipped to do harder work and to do more strength tasks, like base tasks and stuff. And so with that, if that gets removed from the home, if the pillar of strength is removed from your home, then that makes the home built on a weaker foundation. It's like sailing in a ship without the bow underneath. You know, the big piece of wood under the bottom that keeps the whole ship together.
Yep.
It's like sailing without one of those. It's taking like in the Bible they say, build your house on a foundation of rock and not sand. And the rock foundation of a home is the father, and the home itself is the mother. Like, you don't want to excuse the purpose and meaning for the mom. Like, when I think of home, I think of my mom. When I think of hard work, I think of my dad, and that's like not bad. Great. Wherever my mom is home. when I'm with my dad, I'm not at home until my mom's with me.
Yeah.
And then when I am with my mom, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna not get any shit done because I feel like I'm just like, I'm hanging out with my mom. And then when my dad gets home, I'm like, do it. What are we getting done, chief?
Exactly. It's like, what do you need me to do? Hey.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just my family dynamic. Like, that's not how everyone works. But it's like that I strongly believe that that is the purpose for everything that's been going on. And as you can see, I don't have it all figured out.
Yeah, no one does. At least not that I know.
I'd say I'm damn close.
Yeah, but you can do everything in your power to get close to that. You don't have yeah, exactly.
And it's like no secret, John D. Rockefeller has passages about how he wants to create a school system that teaches people just enough to do the work that needs to be done, but not enough to where they want to go and do it themselves.
Yeah, that's a good approach. I like that.
No, that's horrible. That literally like puts every
No, it's teaching them to put in the work.
No, it's not at all. Did you hear what I said?
Say that again.
John D. Rockefeller built schools to teach people just enough
to
go and get a job, but not enough to go and do it for themselves.
I thought, okay, yeah, I didn't,
You're only smart enough, for example, if the stuff your teachers was teaching you was important enough, like Andrew Tate talks about this, if the stuff your teachers was teaching you was important enough to make you as successful as you want to be, wouldn't they be as successful as you want them as you want to be?
Yep.
And there's exclusions, like there are some teachers who are as successful as you want to be and they're just teaching because they want to, and oftentimes those are the best teachers. But it also,
that's just not common. That's a minority.
A lot of the other times you have someone who has been conditioned to teach you less than you should know.
Exactly.
And I'm still in school. It's good stuff to know, but you should also be learning more and thinking deeper outside of that curriculum. Like, school is not the only learning you need to do in life, and that's like a major misconception. People are like, oh, I don't like school, so I don't need to learn. I can just kind of like do my own thing and like be who I want to be. You know what I mean? It's like, no,
not necessarily.
You still have to fucking learn. That just means that you don't get a structured environment to learn because you don't feel comfortable learning in that environment.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't want to learn at school, great, but that doesn't mean you're excused from learning.
Bingo. Now, here's the thing. Okay, I'm just curious. When you're in class, oh wait, you're taking it. But like when you're in class, like, are you engaged, checked out, or like just doing your own thing, all that stuff? Like, what's your demeanor like in class?
I've always had issues with focusing and stuff, and so obviously. I do catch myself like looking at the ceiling and stuff sometimes, but I've tried very hard. I'm very attentive in class. I do all my work. I get it done.
Do you participate?
I don't have too many classes. Yeah, I don't have too many classes, so I'm good. Oh, my teacher has to be like, let's hear from someone other than, well, you know how much I fucking talk.
Yeah, I don't talk enough. That's just because like I just feel there's no need. Y'all are.
I'm just such an opinionated person to where like, if you ask any question, I will give you my opinion on it because I have thought about it.
Yeah, if I have an opinion on it, then I'll state it. But most of the time, I don't really. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't really.
All right, I by habit.
Yeah, it's like at the same time, I think about a lot of stuff, but think about nothing at all. You know, does that make sense?
Kind of. My favorite thing to do is to metacognate, which is thinking about thinking. So I don't ever think about nothing at all. It's hard for me to think about nothing because I'm always observing myself, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so when I am thinking about nothing, it's usually while I'm in the middle of doing a task. Yeah. So I'll think about nothing, but that's like at work while I'm doing dishes, but I'll be watching One Piece. And so it's like, that's a big thing. I love background noise. Like, if I can just watch TV while doing anything, I'll do it 10 times better. And that's what's hard about school. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But teachers are getting better at it. Like at my school, I'm allowed to wear headphones in class and listen to whatever I want.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm allowed to lean back my chair and put my feet up on the desk. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it really, but yeah.
Dude, my girlfriend's been getting her nails done for friggin' ever.
Yo, dude, bro, mine spent 3.5 hours at the hair salon getting her hair done. Like,
Bro,
God
don't get me started, dude.
damn. Now it's
Bro,
like
that shit is so OD.
I've
get
never understood, dude. A haircut has never taken me more than 45 minutes.
I have to say though, I appreciate it.
I
Like,
love it. Yeah, I love the effort. I appreciate the effort. It is fantastic. But it's just, I just don't understand. That's all.
Yeah, I just don't understand. And I mean, I get it. I like to look good for my girlfriend. She's got me doing like fucking face moisturizers and shit.
Really?
But, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like to not use it now. Like, I like to have a clean face now. Like, I feel like I have a greasy face if I don't use it. And I fuck with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I got a face wash and a moisturizer, and she got it for me for Valentine's Day. So I just got that shit a few days ago. How was your Valentine's Day?
I keep kind of. Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. Went exactly as planned, and that's why I was happy. See, that's the thing. I get happiness when things go according to plan.
And I would challenge you to say that that is not happiness you're getting. That is something that is then causing you to be happy.
What?
Like, I don't know how to explain it, because I could also be wrong. It could just also be something that you like to do for fun.
It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm a master planner. You know, I plan stuff, and when things go wrong, I don't like that, and I'll do whatever I need to fix that so that it gets back on track. And then when it eventually comes to fruition, I am happy.
But would you not be happy if things didn't go to plan? Like that's the thing.
Yeah, when things don't go to plan, I don't like that.
So you're not happy if it doesn't go to plan?
Not totally.
Okay, so then I would say that is what I don't like about that. If you were only using it to get more happiness, great. But if you were going to be less happy because it doesn't happen, then that is something that you could improve. It's like I said, you do great. You're a great fucking thinking person. You're awesome. But if you wanted to do it optimal, the most optimal way of being happy is to not be reliant on anything and to be able to be happy in any circumstance. That's the ultimate freedom. If you want to be the most free in this world, then you will think as you wish any moment. And you won't let other people's actions influence your emotions. And I work on it. Like in traffic, bro, I get so mad. And I literally, I have to physically not fucking freak out and do crazy shit.
Yeah, when it comes to like with bad driving, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore.
But I literally just tell myself, I literally say it in the car. I say, I forgive you. And then I just keep going and I don't react. Sometimes I do react. Like, I make mistakes, but every once in a while, like when someone's riding my ass, I can't even help it. I'll just step off the gas for a little bit. But I try not to. I try to just be in my own world, act as if they're not even there, and let them do whatever they need to do because they're probably don't got it right.
Yeah. I see, with me, if someone's giving me a hard time, just dismiss them. Holy shit! Whoa. Yo, what? There's like a whole ass blizzard outside. Hold on.
No way. I can't see, but show the podcast.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Enough with the snow. That's 3 days in a fucking row.
I'll show you guys my sky.
Oh, sorry, I got a bit heated there. Yeah, look at you. No
snow for me.
Shut the fuck up.
Nice and warm here.
Yeah, sure, buddy. No, the fuck it's not. It's the middle of February. What the fuck?
Got that wide angle on.
Oh. Yeah, never mind. I want to go to Charlotte, low key. Y'all get 67 on Friday. That's crazy.
Bro, this camera's got me looking fucking white. Damn.
He changed the lighting. I almost said he changed the whiting. Oh my fucking god.
Bro, I look like a flashlight.
Wait, hold on.
That's fuck.
Wait, hold on. Do you want to see a solar eclipse?
You want to see these fucking nuts? I can't see, Jake. All I can see is myself.
I know. You'll see on the stream.
Yeah, I'll see it later when I watch. All I can see is my fucking muscles. That's why I'm flexing it.
Oh my god. Let's see. Who's someone else?
By the way, if you want to be happy, go to the fucking gym.
Yes, yeah, guys.
That's all I gotta say.
The gym literally it chemically produces happiness. So
You see these right here? Those make you happy.
yeah, this stuff right here that makes you happy.
Titties make you happy.
This makes you
My
happy,
hippies
guys.
make you happy.
Like
All of these will make you very happy.
And there, you may not like going to, like Jason Momoa. He said before that he doesn't like going to the gym, but he does anyway. Like, you don't have to like it. Just do it. If you can push through it, then you will not.
Bro's a fucking weirdo if he doesn't like it, though.
I know, yeah. It's a little weird.
If you don't like the gym, then you're not gymming correctly.
Correct. I agree. Yep.
If
you don't like the gym, you're doing something wrong. At least in our opinion.
Go at your own pace. Don't fucking worry about anyone around you. Just fucking.
You're in your own world, just lifting them weights.
It doesn't matter if you do 5 pounds. I've been working out for 2.5 years now, coming on to 3 years, and I still use 12-pound weights and 15-pound weights. Yeah. And it's no problem because there's certain tiny little muscles that I want to develop. Yeah. And it doesn't matter that I'm sitting there lifting 20-pound or fucking 12-pound weights because I don't give a shit. I know that I'm jacked as fuck and I'm healthy and I'm doing something mentally good. And so it's like, it doesn't matter. Even if I wasn't jacked as fuck. I used to do that shit when I wasn't jacked as fuck. It does not matter. It's all because I want to live a good life and have a happy mindset.
It's that mindset, y'all. And that's the point. It's that mindset.
Those are all just like, that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's fun to flex and stuff, but I try to be more modest. It's like, I shouldn't like it. It's like, I don't know.
Bro's gonna turn into a gym douche.
It's a balance. Like, I don't want to I want to be able to show what I have and what I've worked for. I don't want to hide it, but I also don't want to boast. And so it's hard. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like if you got it, flex it, but at the same time, don't over flex it.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to be like.
Don't be an asshole. You can be a dick.
Don't be the person that I'm thinking about that you know.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Looking big, Brad.
Man. You know what's funny is that person immediately came to mind as well.
Bro, he put me in a random group chat and I was like,
who the fuck are you? Who the fuck it? You see this fucking guy?
And it was on my old Snapchat, and the only reason that I knew he put me in it is because he put my girlfriend in it too.
Yep, that sounds like him.
And she was like, what just happened? And I fucking left the group chat and left it on my phone too.
Yeah, get the what the fuck?
She told me, she was like
Clown World.
She told me, she was like, tell him he uses too many steroids before you see the chat. And so I put in the chat, I was like, Jack, you need to stop using steroids.
And he's like, I'm not, bro. Look at you.
You looking big, yo?
Like, look
yo,
at
how
dude,
much
it's
can you
all...
bench?
Like, the only reason he's way bigger than you is because of that.
Well, no, he fucking lives in the gym. He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
He just uses, and he I think he has pretty good genetics. He has good bone density.
His genes are pretty good, at least from what I know.
But yeah, I mean, he's just a schmutz of a human being. He's decently larger than me, and I'm confident that I could not only kick his ass, but I could also scare him out of a fight before he would even try anything.
You know what's funny is that when we went down to Florida for that vacation, we linked up.
He's funny
because he lives down there. Yeah.
Every once in a while I get in a FaceTime, a random FaceTime group chat with him, and he's like, yo, what's good, bro? And I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? And he's like, yo, dude, how's it going? And then he says one word about steroids, and I'm like, you're gonna die. You're gonna get ticked in a tiny dick, and you're gonna die. You're gonna throw up in a trash can and die.
Literally, yeah, exactly, bro. Oh my god.
And he won't listen. I think that's something that I'm gonna talk about in the future that I despise, which is the support of steroid usage on the internet. I think that is atrocious.
Ridiculous.
I think regardless of what you think of whether or not it's technically natural or anything, you should be working with what God has given you. And that's just period. Period of the story. When you're young and healthy, you don't need that shit. You don't need that shit at all. Of course, I believe in medicine to an extent, and I believe that people should be doing what it is to make them the healthiest, but it's all subjective. It's like you should be doing as little as possible as long as you're still healthy and you know you're living a healthy life. And so it's like steroids that are making you bigger, that's not for health. That's strictly for appearances.
Yeah.
And so that is something that you're trying to alter about you that God has already given you that you should be okay with. And get in the gym. Make yourself look like happy. Like make yourself happy with how you look. Because I guarantee every person can do that. It's just like you don't want to go in there.
They're just not willing to.
Well,
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Well, and there's exclusions. It's like if you want to be Mr. Olympia, if that's your dream, like you got to take steroids. It's how it is.
Yeah.
But these people aren't trying to become Mr. Olympia, and they're not hopping off of their cycles afterwards. They're doing all that shit, and then
they just want self-improvement.
Not to mention you lose the muscle afterwards, and half the time they're not doing it because they, like, I would kind of understand if someone's like, all right, I've been working out for 12 years. I feel like I really just cannot put anything else on naturally without it like being weird, uncomfortable muscle. I feel like only way I could look better after these 12 years of working out would maybe be doing a cycle. And if you try it once, it looks good and you're able to push yourself to a limit, past the limit that would be kind of like physically possible. At that year, it's arguable. It's like, do whatever you want, man. You're trying to like break records or whatever. But
yeah. Like if that's what you want, then go ahead. But
to like say, I just want to rush the process. I don't feel like putting in 6 years rather than just sticking a needle in my ass. It's like, you're a fucking pussy.
That's just
you're
a pussy.
Like, you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're just a fucking
you're a
bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. I hate to say it. I hate to break it to you, lads. And
like nothing, guys,
nothing
desirable, like majorly desirable, happens overnight. That's just not how the world works.
Just like everything, people have their reasons. It's like, I'm not denying that. Yeah, you have your reasons for doing that. Great, awesome. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we're not saying you don't have a reason. We're just saying that reason is questionable.
I'm just saying you're a pussy for relying on those. Like, you should be able to do it without it.
Yep,
you can. Not should. You can do it without it. You have just chosen to be a pussy.
Yeah, it's just a choice. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
I want my dick smaller. That's what you're saying. It's like,
yeah, pretty much. You. Yeah, I want to be a limp dick bitch.
With titties.
All right, be right back, chat. you're gonna be so. Wait, hold on. You're gonna be so mad. You were muted
No,
that whole time.
I'm hoping it's off. I'm hoping it was off.
Yeah. Yeah, you were
Okay.
muted and it was off. Anyways, what up, chat? That was totally not an attempt to get the stream over 2 hours. What's up?
How long is the stream at right now?
We're on 156.
God damn.
Yeah.
Holy
what else
shit.
is there to talk about?
Absolutely amazing, Jake. What is not there to talk about? So I think that something that we could do is kind of talk about our plans for the future.
Oh boy.
Because this is a beautiful opportunity. We can do. We'll kind of transition at the end. I know sometimes we like to just kind of hang out and have a good time. So I think that's something we could do. We can kind of just like introduce ourselves more to the audience and help them to get to know us more. So I'll let you start with that. Like, why don't I do a little bit of an interview on you, Jake?
Go ahead, ask me questions.
Hi, Jake. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. All right. So, tell the crowd a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, Jake?
I was born in Florida.
With as little detail as you want to give, because I know this is a big, wide place in the internet. So just tell me.
Well, I'll tell you guys where I won't tell you where I live. I'll tell you guys where I was born. I was born in Florida.
Born in Florida. Beautiful. Love to hear it. And with Florida, you were born there. Where are you ending up now?
I am in the Northeast somewhere.
You're in the Northeast. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, we went way up north.
Living in an apartment? Are you with your parents? Where are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Currently, I'm residing in a university living situation.
Hey, you're at school. What are you doing for school, man?
I'm doing culinary arts. Yeah, I'm a cooker, guys. All that food you eat, that's me.
That's Jake. He's doing it. He's the guy.
Yes, sir.
That's really cool. So I would say that is amazing. Tell me a little bit about what you like to do for fun, Jake. We know you like to cook. What else? What do you like to do?
I like to make content, and I like to have debates. I like to write
content.
theories.
Debates and theories. Love that. Anything else?
And I also like to. I just like to create digital art.
Creating digital art. That's actually really cool. I'm watching this show right now called Love on the Spectrum, and it's about people with autism dating each other. And my girlfriend's making me watch it.
That's so
and there is a girl in the show, and she has autism, and she likes the digital animation and stuff. So you guys would be perfect for each other.
Currently I'm learning how to animate in Blender.
You're what?
I'm currently learning how to animate in Blender.
In Blender, is that a
It's an animation.
Or an app?
It's an animation app program.
It's an app. Okay, so you do that on desktop or on your phone?
Desktop.
Desktop. So how do you get an app on your desktop?
Or an application, a program, whatever you want to. Software.
Oh, like a I understand now. Okay, that makes sense. So it's like a bought and paid for software. Okay, program. That's pretty cool. That's fucking sweet. Okay, cool, man. Well, that's really cool. It's nice to learn about you. How many siblings do you have? Do you have any pets or animals?
I got an older brother and a dog. Ooh, my older brother.
I know your older brother. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I actually met Jake through his older brother, even though I'm younger than Jake. I was friends with his brother first.
We met under some weird circumstances, but yeah.
I used to be a menace to society, and so was his brother. And so we met like that.
Yeah, and then you know, this either could have been because of me or not, but naturally he changed.
Yes. Well, and Jake, I totally think you had influence on that, but that was definitely me, and that was God.
Yeah, of course.
And that was my family.
Yep.
But you and all my friends had influence on that too.
Me and all my friends were all misunderstood.
Well, and one thing that really helped me that you did was you were very, very good at being there and listening to me. Like our conversation, you guys have no idea. Me and Jake, we don't live near each other anymore.
Yeah, but when we would live near each other, bro, like Will would hit me up at like 10 a.m., bro.
He'd sit right there, and we'd put my phone right here and put on anime, and we would just sit and have fun and bake and just have a good time. Like, and just talk about existence for hours.
Yeah, like just
literally just conversations. They inspired us to make this podcast.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. Is those chats, JW Talks.
Yeah, we're like literally just talking. It's literally just two best friends just talking, baking, just chilling.
100%.
That's
Oh,
where, and
you're my
also,
best
guys,
friend.
that's where the best ideas come from. They're all from up here.
100%.
It's all just off the dome.
It comes from the dome, and the thing is, the easiest way to express those ideas are with other people, because when you're talking to someone else, it then creates a confirmed memory of something. So it's easier to remember something you've told to someone else rather than something you've said out loud.
Exactly.
Or just thought.
Or just thought of. Yeah, perfect.
Correct. Yeah, and so it's...
Oh yeah, your question was, what are my plans for the future?
Yes, what are your plans for the future?
So simple. After I graduate, I'm gonna do an externship program at this place called the Four Seasons Resort, where they will give me free room and board under the condition that I will be provided to pay for my own food. That's the only thing. But I will
That's
be
nuts.
Yeah, but that's fine because they are starting at $30 an hour as a line cook position, which is perfect for me. So
Really cool.
I'm
So
gonna be
tell me
doing
really
that
quickly,
for-
what exactly does a line cook do?
So a line cook is the people that make the food and and give the dish to the waiters. The prep cooks are the people that like cut the food up, season it, like wash it, all that stuff. But yeah, line cooks are the people that actually make the food.
Word.
So I'll be doing that for about a couple years, and then I'll eventually end up starting a food truck business with one of the day ones. Like this guy I've known since elementary school. We're gonna start a food truck together. Actually, it's gonna be three of us because one is a one is a computer science major, and the other is a business major. We're all like smart as fuck.
Hell yeah.
So naturally, we combine our intelligence to create the ultimate outcome.
That's awesome. Well, and I'm thinking that I think a good idea would be to take that food truck idea, even if it's multiple food trucks, and think about, since a food truck is essentially a business that can go anywhere, your business is going to be built around positioning.
Exactly. Like for example, one of the alumni from my school, his name is Roy Choi. He's very famous now in LA. He pioneered, the food truck business, the fast food truck business. And so I sat down and I had like a 45 to an hour long talk with Roy about the business, and he said the most important thing regarding the food truck business is know what you're doing. Like, know that you're giving these people what they want, and know that you're doing it for the people, not just for yourself. And once you know that and genuinely know it, only then will you be able to go further.
Clarify that a little bit.
That's what he said. I don't know what he meant by that, but
Can you say it again? Because that literally put me into outer space.
Yeah. So he said, when it comes to the food truck business, know who you're serving. You're serving the people. Know what you're doing. You're giving the people what they want, and you're doing a good purpose. Once you know that, and only then, genuinely, will you start to go further.
That's pretty dope.
Because if you have a food truck and then you're just like, oh, I'm selling food, it's not going to go anywhere. You may make some money here and there, but what are you like actually doing? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and it was like sitting just talking with him was like, it was the coolest thing. Because I'm talking to someone who's literally been where I am and did what they wanted to do and became successful.
Well, I'm thinking about, hopefully this idea doesn't get stolen because we're doing it on stream, but I'm thinking about how your buddy is good at computer work, your other buddy is good at business, and you're good at digital creation.
I'm the marketer.
And you're good at digital creation specifically.
Yep.
What if you guys did a food truck chain company? Like, this would be the goal, but that's based on art.
That's definitely doable. There's a food and film class that they offer here. So
well, you could incorporate art in the food, but you could also have other art, like almost like not merch, but like sought after art that can only be acquired from your trucks, and your trucks will always be constantly going to new locations, which will cause people to always be trying to like follow and figure out where the trucks are and what they're doing. Like, oh, are the trucks in my area? Can I get that cool like food and get some of that artwork that like only these people have and is big on social media? I don't even know, but like something like that, you know what I mean?
Yep. And then once we get that food truck business on the ground, that's when we'll bring in the other four. Three.
The other
We got oh yeah, one of them's an economics major. The other is they're majoring in entomology, which is the study of insects, but they're still wicked smart. And their intelligence and reasoning is just it impresses me. Now, and then the other one is the valedictorian, so that's no question. So pretty much we have 6 of arguably the smartest people in our grade, all on one goal.
We gotta end it.
Oh,
My
that's
girlfriend
fun.
just got back.
Yeah, that's no problem. Perfect timing actually, because I have some work to do.
All right, well, I had a great conversation, man.
Of course, yeah, this is a great stream. We got over 2 hours. Chat, thank you for everyone that tuned in. We will be doing another one tomorrow, so don't forget to tune into that. It's going to be tomorrow at noon. We'll be doing a back-to-back episodes, and we'll be uploading them immediately. After this stream, I'm going to download it, edit it, and upload it as soon as possible. So,
all right, awesome. I gotta go, man.
Bye, chat. We'll see you guys next time.